Welcome back to Mike and Dylan Hate Drama. This is a podcast.
Man, it's been a minute since I said hate. I keep saying judging patties.
Yeah, right. The hate. is very sparse these days. It is very sparse these days. We have a good amount of submissions today though, so that's always good.
You want to know a song that's been stuck in my head?
What?
I want to see your genitals. What? Your genitals. I want to see your genitals. Genitalia.
Who the fuck sings that?
You don't remember that song?
No.
It was like a YouTube video from way back in the day, like 2000.
You gonna play it and get us demonetized? Oh wait, no, you can play that. This is a YouTube video. As long as nobody owns the rights to that. Is that what's that one guy's name? Another person. I don't know what their favorite. Riff Raff.
This is saying it's John. There it is. There.
I never know. I think you showed me that video.
I don't think I have.
Yep.
I have not. It's not hit my brain in
back in the early part of us teaming up. You showed me that video.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know how it got stuck in my head, but it's been playing on repeat for a couple days.
That's all I do at home is I'm whistling and singing songs. And when I tell you, my wife will be like, please stop. And I'm just like, what am I doing? Because I don't even know that I'm fucking singing and whistling the songs. It's probably very annoying.
Yeah, I can't hear a song without trying to figure out what song it is. So like my wife plays, lullabies or whatever for my daughter while we're sleeping. And I spend like a good 30 minutes like, I know that song. I know that one too.
I'm really thankful that we have submissions because anytime MADHD is just off course, guess where we're heading? Politics, boy. We're hitting it hard. But
and people said we would grow a lot more if we just stay away from religion and politics.
Oh yeah. No.
The top podcasts are politics.
Right.
Because like Joe Rogan he has great guests and all this stuff on. Eventually politics comes up.
Mike and Dylan hate drama. So this first one is name you'd like us for us to use, Tom and Susie. The title is, hey Mike, what's your thought on ice? I'm just fucking with you. Girlfriend wants kids. I don't. We talked about it. Dear Mike and Dylan. Dear glorious Mike and Dylan. I decided about 6 months ago I didn't really want kids and brought it up to my girlfriend of 2.5 years. We are 20 and 19.
Not ready.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's when you started, but.
Yeah. I originally thought I wanted kids when we started dating, and she wanted them for as long as I can remember. I talked to her and let her know how I felt, and she said she didn't know what to do. She doesn't want to break up, but the way I see is kids can't be an on-the-fence decision. I don't know if I ever will change my mind about kids, but I genuinely love this girl and would give up everything for her. We moved in together a little over a year ago, and the relationship is great. So do we stay together to wait and see? In parentheses, since I know that's what I want, or do we break it off now because I don't want to waste her time or make her compromise her own life goals?
This is real advice that they're asking for.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Because you kind of answered this question in your own advice column in that you always wanted kids. And then 6 months ago, you changed your mind. It's probably sit and stew on that because you don't need kids right now. You do not need kids. You need wait, enjoy your relationship, and enjoy your time that you have to go do things without having someone else's life in your hands. Enjoy that part. And then, down the road, you can have that serious conversation. But right now, 20 and 19, you don't even need to be thinking about kids.
That answer was not funny at all. You're supposed to bring the humor.
Oh, leave her and get some fucking big Latina booty bitches. What are you talking about? You fucking 20 years old, bro. Get some Hispanic mommies with some dope trucks. God.
Yeah, I mean, at 20, you don't know what you want. You don't. No. You are not. If you accidentally had kids, then yeah, you signed up. You're good. Go for it.
Yeah,
but at 20, you don't have to make that decision right now. And if you guys love each other, ride it out. See what happens. Because like, yes, you are deciding right now, I don't want kids. You'll fucking waffle back and forth on that for the rest of your life. Like eventually you might end up having a whoopsie, and it's not a bad thing. Like kids do change your life 100%. But the coolest thing I ever did was be a dad.
Right.
So,
and it'll let you be a kid again.
Yeah.
And it'll let you enjoy the little things in life again. Like when you're, growing up and you see how foul the world is, the magic's long gone. By the time you're a teenager, and especially like, once you hit like the fucking 18 to 20, it's just like, yeah, you can go out and, have the fun and all that shit. But the true magic of your childhood is gone. Like you don't have the nostalgic smells and stuff anymore and all that. And then when you have a kid, it comes back. And you're able to just do it again. And you get to enjoy that with somebody who is, that for 100% is living the moments that you think back and enjoy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's the best thing I ever did.
Well, and you get to actually, like, I know your childhood was different than mine, but like with mine, I didn't have a lot of toys. I didn't play, and I didn't have like a lot of like imagination and all those things. And I get to like stir that in my daughter. So when I see her having fun and like imagining whatever, I just join her. And so like I'm actually having part of my childhood that I never really had. Like It was me and my sister, and so we'd build forts and stuff like that, but we didn't have the same upbringing. So I get to change that and then enjoy that now as an adult. And it's an experience that I would not change for the world.
Right. I think my whole childhood was my imagination.
Yeah.
And I think that's why like I survived it as well as I did. Because and I guess that's why it made me a creative person. So, you can't, and when I tell people about my childhood, once again, it wasn't all just fucking doom and gloom. Like I found the parts to enjoy. Like there were things that I enjoyed. It just wasn't a ball of sadness. But ultimately I am super glad of the hand I was dealt, because, this is my life. That's it. This is my life. Like struggle, financially, but I'm doing a podcast with my friend. And then, we are doing another 48-hour film festival, planning for that. It's just, if I lived that regular childhood experience and then, today I'm sitting as like an accountant or something like that, like, would I be as happy?
I'm sure you would. Like, and that's the thing is there's the life you lived is the life you lived.
Right.
Period. Done. And had things been different, you might still be in a similar situation. Maybe we were more successful from the beginning. Like you never know. We can't like predict what that situation would be. But like I think the big thing when you're thinking about bringing kids into a scenario is like you don't know until you have them what it's like. And I used to think it was so cheesy when people are like, "Oh gosh, like my whole life changed." It does. Like it's not a lie. Like
your whole personality changes. Your whole being changes.
Yeah. And some people that's good because they were meant to be fucking parents. They love that much and they can just pour that in. And some people are just like, I'm a fucking kid. Like if you're that type of person, like if you look at, you have a dog and like, I know it's not apples to apples, but like if you look at your pet as just a responsibility, don't have kids. If you actually enjoy the time that you spend with your puppy, like teaching it rules and like sit and do all this stuff and then like showing it out in the park, like taking it places and doing things, most likely you'll probably enjoy the parenthood thing too.
Right.
Because it's that on a whole fucking different universe. Like in that, and I always was that guy. Like I loved my animals. I don't like my wife's animals that she brings, but like I feel like I was more in tune to like, focus on them, make sure that they're okay, make sure they're like decent, responsible animals. And so like I've always loved taking care of, like having that responsibility, having something outside of you that depends on you.
Right.
It can be a fulfilling thing. And then once you have a kid, like there's no like redo on it, but that almost makes it even that much more fulfilling just to be like, for the rest of my life, this person is going to be looking up to me for guidance, for, you know, helping them see how the world works. Like all this stuff just opens up, and now I get to be the cool dad and also the disciplinarian and all this other stuff. But like I get to be that
right
as my full-time job.
And I think, you know, too, as, you know, a kid, the thing that I dealt with the most definitely during my childhood was just not having a dad. Like, and that kind of being like the identity of my childhood. Yeah, sure, the other terrible shit, but that wasn't really the ongoing issue in my, you know, growing up experience. But then getting to be a dad. And I mean, like I said, him existing is neither here nor there. But to sit there and put in the work that, you know, my dad didn't do, his dad before him didn't do, and just be like, man, I came from a fucking bunch of losers. And just through that experience of, you know, a child, my children don't have to walk around being like, does my dad love me or not? That's it. That broke the cycle. That's it.
Yep.
So it's cool that it was a long line of bitch ass dudes, you know what I'm saying, that weren't man enough to raise kids. Me just breaking that cycle is a pretty good accomplishment in and of itself.
Yeah. Well, and I think that pulled you out of that cycle. Like,
right.
I mean, being forced, like being a dad without like planning and all this other stuff, like it allowed you to get your shit together in a way that I don't think your 20s or 30s would have happened without just being like, all right, here's the responsibility, take it. Yep. And it allowed you to be like, I don't want to be that.
And you're going to need this right here. And I'm just like, what? Oh, God.
Wait, so like I get to just drop this thing off and let other people take care of it, right? No.
I was like, we had a kid at, I was 19 and, you know, it was hard and we just weren't ready to be parents. So we put him up for adoption. I was like, damn, that was hard. Do you ever like try to have contact with him or wonder what he's doing? I was like, I don't know. I really not. It's been like a week. I was like, it's been a week. Like, how old are you right now? He's like, I'm 30. How old was it? He was 11. Yeah, we put him up for adoption when he was 11. We just decided not ready for this, so we just sent him out there. I always see the posts too online on Facebook where it's like a 17-year-old who's like still has hopes of being adopted. And he's like, man, just go out there and kill it, brother. Just go out there and do your own thing when, you know, it sucks. It sucks not having that support system that everybody has, man. You see it, man, and they just got this big family and they fucking care. And it's just like, dog, it's me, you know, it's me. So
some of those kids have it tough though, like where like, yes, the support system's there, but they also weren't necessarily raised in a way that like they end up being the worthless people. Like
right.
there's people that have that and they do great things. And then there's people that like they had everything going for them. And then they're like, fucking 20s, I'm going to drink and drive and get into accidents and fucking just act like a shit stain.
And then they start their own cycle of just trauma and shit like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, that's the thing is, like, the hand that you're dealt, it doesn't determine. Once I
told my kids not to have kids because then the cycle's broken. Like, there's no more trauma that comes from the line. It's over.
Yeah. That's the sad thing, though, is, like, in this moment, like, you wonder what the world's going to be like in the next 60 years.
Probably better.
Hopefully.
Probably a fucking, you know what I'm saying? The roller coaster goes up, the roller coaster goes down.
Yeah. Maybe. But, like, that's one of the concerns for me as a dad is just, like, can we keep our shit together long enough to not have them spiral into chaos?
Nuclear warfare.
Yeah. All right. On another note, this is from SkiDaddy. The New Year's Eve trailer fire threat. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
He demanded that we had to read it like Ghostface from Scary Movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hope you daddies are doing well. I recently picked up some merch and posted it in the subreddit. I gave my boss, who is also a best friend, the 9 to 5 and Dead Inside sticker. That's a good one.
That was a good one.
He loved it, mostly because he's actually dead inside. I've written before about my parents' split when I was 9 and the letter I wrote to my dad asking him to stay in my life. Since it's been a few weeks and not everyone listens to both podcasts, though they should, you're right.
Did they throw that in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Consider that to be a quick recap before we dive into one of the many chapters of the saga that was the life with my father. This was New Year's Eve, circa 2007. This happened when I was 11 or 12. For years, my mom's side of the family would rent out the local Lions Club for a massive New Year's Eve party. I'm so thankful that you are not just putting NYE and shit like that. Thank you. Thank you for not being.
Isn't it in the title though?
I know, but like that, I don't like having, look, I like the words to just be out there.
Right.
And then I just can read it. And then people can make fun of me for not being able to read on Instagram.
Right.
All right. There's about 70 people there. Usually the kids weren't allowed to stay late because, as my family put it, the adults were getting absolutely hammered.
Absolutely fucking shit it on.
And we should not be subjected to that. Around 9 p.m., my mom drove my 2 sisters and me to my dad's trailer on the other side of town. My 3 half-siblings were there, along with his fat, lazy, piece of shit girlfriend. It started as a typical night, kids arguing, fighting over toys, and just being annoying. We were all trying to stay up until the ball dropped. Remember how challenging that used to be as like a kid? Like you'd just be like, I'm gonna make it. And then like 11:30, you'd be like, oh.
Fuck. It's still like 9:45. Yeah. A little 6-year-old just like,
I can do it.
I'll tucker it out.
And he, quote, says, I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down. Around 11:30, the vibe shifted. My dad walked out of his bedroom and down the hallway, deadpanning, I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down. Oh, that was his dad that said it.
Oh, fuck. But why? Come on, Boogie. We gotta burn this. Let's burn this motherfucker down.
Gonna cut a rug.
What's that?
Dancing.
Oh.
You never heard cut a rug?
No.
Dang, you weren't around enough old people. We all froze. What are you talking about? We asked. He started spiraling, yelling that we never got along and accusing my 2 full sisters and me of acting like we were better than everyone else.
Oh, he gonna kill y'all.
Well, maybe you were better than everybody else.
This is a parent that wants to murder his kids.
Terrified, I pulled out my emergency track phone and texted my mom, telling her what he said and begging her to come get us. I waited. Nothing. No text. No call. Which was unheard of for her. This will be crucial later.
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
The lighter fluid.
Have you checked this story?
Uh-uh.
Oh, fuck.
What? It's literally from a listener.
Yeah, I know, but it might be sad.
Nah, he wouldn't do it to us. All right, so the lighter fluid. So he's putting like headlines for kind of the different parts of the story. My dad was a diabetic who didn't manage his health. When his blood sugar spiked or crashed, he became a different person. I suspect that that's what was happening, but it didn't make it any less real. To our horror, he actually produced a lighter and a can of lighter fluid. I didn't know if the can was full, but in that moment, I genuinely thought that this motherfucker was going to torch that trailer. The escape. By 12:15 a.m., I decided to get my sisters out. I led them onto the porch because I figured we'd be safe if the place actually went up in flames, and 2, we'd be visible if someone finally came to rescue us. Unknown to me, either my dad or his girlfriend had eventually called one of my uncles on my mom's side. 10 minutes later, 2 uncles pulled up. As we scrambled into the car, my uncles went to the door to tell my dad we were leaving. My father charged outside with a t-ball bat, screaming, "You motherfuckers want to take my kids? I'm going to beat your fucking asses." My uncles didn't flinch. They started walking toward him, and he backed down and retreated inside like a little bitch. The aftermath. In the car, my uncles were shaken and kept apologizing for what we'd been through. My sisters were hysterical. I remember trying to comfort them by saying, "This is normal.
This is so real, though, the mom's side of the family versus dad's side of the family.
This is normal. We're used to this. Just not the burning the house down part." Then they dropped the bombshell. My mom didn't answer my text because she'd had too much adult juice at the Lions Club and was passed out. They took us to my grandma's house instead. Closing. My dad passed away in September 2024. Around the time of his funeral, I retold this story to my other siblings as it happened and our significant others. My wife, who grew up with a normal family, was absolutely mortified. She just had this look on her face like, what the fuck happened to you as a kid? For a long time, that night haunted me. Even now, I can still see him vividly walking down the hallway, threatening to end it all and saying, "I'm going to burn this motherfucker down."
They built them motherfuckers different back then because they was like untreated diabetes and made it to 2024.
Yeah.
Just fucking riding the wave.
Probably drinks alcohol too. So the spikes and valleys. And
we're crashing. His face just goes fucking limp. I gotta shave this goddamn beard, dude.
Just trim it up.
I gotta get a beard trimmer because it's itching my face.
I've never had my beard itch ever. Never ever.
Well, your facial hair looks like a soft pillow of lusciousness. Mine is like a bristle pad.
Have you ever ran a comb through it or a brush or
none of that?
Like a beard comb, beard brush?
Nah. That's how the gay starts. You start like manicuring yourself, and then all of a sudden you're like, man, that dick is the perfect shape.
So that's why you chew off all your fingernails, is just to keep the gay away?
Yeah,
it's just like bubbling on the surface for you.
You can't paint something that's not there. So they can't get me. Can't get me with your gayness. But you can subscribe to our Patreon.
Oh, they can do that.
They can do that for a small monthly payment. You get more of this. And who doesn't want more of this?
We should tell them the mix-up that we had.
Which one?
How we came in here.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was Friday to record the bonus episode because we needed one for this week. And we recorded because we needed a bonus episode, but we did not think ahead to realize which show we needed a bonus episode. So you guys are going to get like 2 weeks later, us just being like fucking dog ass sick.
Yeah, super sick. We were fucking dying. And then right after that too, Ice Storm.
I sounded sexy as fuck though.
Dylan's voice was like this, like, hello, darling.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Spread it open for daddy.
It was just so funny because like you're like, I'll read these because Dylan's more sick, and then you just continued to go.
Yeah.
And I don't think I did it once.
Yeah, well, I was getting my ass whooped, okay? This next one is from Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Billy, 25 male, is stuck inside. Howdy, my Mario-loving members, especially Dylan, biggest fan on earth.
According to my daughter.
Has every Mario video game and action figure that's ever been made in America. Only 80% of the ones that have been made in Japan I have, but I plan on getting those pretty soon. They just cost quite a bit of money, so but one day I will be able to get.
I think we should have my buddy that
I should be canceled.
Collects the kaiju Godzilla things.
Right, and he just has like just you with a Mario figure. Mario's biggest fan.
No, I was saying we should have my buddy on the podcast.
Bring him
on this one.
Bring him.
And he can talk about Godzilla. I should watch
and actually knowing how to edit a movie or edit a fucking great YouTube video.
I know how to do that.
I know, but his videos are crazy.
Yeah, but he puts one out every couple months instead of 4 to 6 a week.
His videos are like an IFC documentary.
Yes.
That's the work he puts in.
That's the level that he's at. Yeah.
Another tale from Billy, 25 male, and Claw. Got our EMT and fighter here. I think Billy's an EMT, right? Huh.
I think so.
I think so. Okay. Well, not so much really. We got cunt punched by 2 inches of ice. Scary. And 2 inches of ice and 3/4 inch of ice. So Billy, 25 male, is stuck inside while Claw heads to town to restore power for the city. Emergency services don't get snowed as, I guess. Maybe Billy is not EMT. Billy is... Fuck me.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy. I've been here printing off little doodads and gizmos with my 3D printer and was curious if you guys would sue me if I made an MADHD logo and posted it. Absolutely.
Sued.
Yeah, we've and I understand it's not personal or that we're angry about it. It's just free money. We love free money. I'm still going to do it. I just won't post if you say no. You can absolutely do it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
If you want to send us one, if we can shoot you some money, we'll take it too.
Fuck yeah, we will do that. I put it on the little thing behind me.
I'll put it on the little thing behind me.
Yeah, you'd probably be able to see it. You can't see my thing.
Yeah, that's what she said.
It's so small, you know. It's so small you can't see my thing. This ice business is for the birds. And yes, I do mean both ice and ice.
Yep. Agreed.
What did I post? Oh, during the storm, I posted, hey, Dylan, there's so much ice outside.
So much ice.
No, how much was there?
How much was there?
So much that when I tried to take a video of it, it smacked the phone out of my hand and then shot my wife.
How'd that go over?
A lot of people were like, this is hilarious. And then like 4 were just like, one called me a cuck libtard. Okay. And listen, both sides, I think y'all are corny as shit. Only one side worships a guy. That's a cuck. Like that is a cuckold.
Well, I mean, I'd only let him fuck my wife, not just.
I would let him fuck me too. Yeah. No, I would not even want him to fuck my wife.
I'd lick his balls while he's inside her.
Right. Yeah. blow raspberries on it. Can you believe neckbeards and microdongs alike get to sign up for this thing? I think it's a solid vibe check. I think a solid vibe check would be a good at the door so we don't get virgin weirdos who hate Latinas because they didn't get a morsel of pussy. Sorry about the playoffs. I was rooting for you. Looks like we got a 2015 matchup coming back, and here Marshawn Lynch will be at the 2-yard line ready to finish what he started. Dylan don't know nothing about that. That's crazy. That's
checked out.
It's just like such a big thing too. Hope you guys are good. Still ready for the reach around behind Denny's. Talk to you soon. Now I'm going to explain to Dylan.
I don't care.
No. Okay. Because Dylan knows nothing about football. Okay.
It's not that I don't know anything about football. I turned it off in 2020 and I have not turned it back on.
Right. So in 2015, the Patriots and Seahawks played. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Seahawks had a running back, Marshawn Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tackle the motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They are, I think they were like down by like 3 points. They're on the 2-yard line, 1st and 2. They only need 2 yards to score a touchdown. They got Marshawn Lynch, the running back you cannot tackle. What do you think they did?
Threw the ball.
They threw the ball. What do you think happened?
They got shut out.
Intercepted.
Oh, nice.
Lost the game. You have the most untackleable running back at that moment. Just no, this was a year after the Beastquake. Or no, 2 years after the Beastquake. The Beastquake is a video of fucking 5 people trying to tackle Marshawn Lynch, and they can't do it. He's just running right through them. And instead of giving that guy the ball and winning the Super Bowl, they threw it, and it was intercepted.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And this is the rematch of that Super Bowl.
Without Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's with Drake May and Sam Darnold. Wow, never thought I'd be saying that. Sam Darnold in a Super Bowl. Oh, he used to be our quarterback, you know. Which, in our defense, because people were like, oh, Carolina, they let him go. Yeah, we didn't have a fucking Jackson Smith and Jigma. We didn't have nothing. Nobody for him to catch. Like, who was he going to throw the ball to? Who was our best wide receiver during that time? What, Jonathan Mingo? Jonathan Mingo. Preposterous.
It's crazy that I can be out 6 years and just nobody's there.
Every name that I say, you're just like
changed.
Yeah. But it's better than when old people talk about sports though. Because at least when I'm talking about sports, I'm still using names. You know what I'm saying? Get a guy.
That black fella.
No. Get a guy that's older than 50. And he was like, yo, that's not, Marshawn Lynch is not a good running back. You want to know who a good running back was? The Pistol, Pete Willis. That was, he was a good running back. And then another old guy interrupt him. And it's like, well, what about the Wrangler, Willie Bobson? And it's like, why did they need names that were almost like a fucking, what is it called? Alliteration?
Yeah.
Why do they need that? They all had it. The Pistol, the Gobbler. They're just like dumb fucking nicknames that came in front of their sports name.
Yeah.
I hate when people talk about players like before black people could play. That don't count. That don't count. Also, in the same breath though, like players that started playing right when black people could play, like black players that could start playing, and the league was all majority white people, I also don't count their stats either. That's a fucking hilarious joke. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Mm-hmm. My eyes glazed over.
Wait, what?
My eyes glazed over like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I'm just saying, like when we were like, oh, football.
Oh, football. You just went dead inside?
It's like you're like, oh, Magic the Gathering, Mana, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, meh.
All right, let me explain Magic. No, I'm just kidding. Let me explain Magic the Gathering to Dylan.
9 out of 10 episodes we get into it. And you're like, oh, 5 minutes. And I'm just like, soon he'll come back up for air.
You play a land, you tap it, and then you play a card. Not hard. Very easy. Dylan's like, okay, well, go turn on this camera, Mike. And it's like, you know more about cameras than I know about Magic the Gathering. Turn on this camera. And I'm just like,
and I don't say a word about it.
Can't do it. That's right. Dylan goes into how to like operate or how to fucking do video production. I'm just sitting there just like, but me, I'm different though, because I'd just be like, oh yeah, that sounds easy. It's like, okay, show me how easy it was, Mike. She's like, no, I don't want to, you know, hurt you, you know? If I showed you, you'd be like, damn, you caught on that real quick. Fuck, that was good. It's a real easy way of getting out of things.
Yeah, I like conversations.
Well, conversations save relations, I can tell.
Yeah.
But I can never right my wrongs unless I write them down for real. That was Kendrick Lamar. Is that a Mike and Dylan hate drama submission? No, that was the one I just set down. That's why I set them down beside me.
Just read. Yeah.
We got through them submissions in fucking 31 minutes.
Now let's talk about ice.
Yes. All right. Here we go. What else is going on in the world? I mean, we're getting a fuck ton of snow.
Get some more this weekend.
I don't want more snow. I mean, I guess I would take snow over.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to be able to use my driveway for like 2 weeks.
Your driveway is brutal.
It's
like a climbing a mountain. I never pull down it. There was one day you're like, just pull down the driveway. I don't want to pull down your driveway. Ever. Never, ever.
It's just a downward drop.
Yeah, like the steepest driveway you could have. And then you guys always park down there. I was like, I would walk up that hill.
Nah, it's just, you know, you walk up and down that hill a couple times, you're not going to park in the driveway.
No, I used to have a driveway when I lived in Greensboro, and it was like that, but going up. And yeah, there was what?
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that.
It's the same difference. You still got to drive up the hill at some point. So
falling forward versus falling backwards kind of thing. You still got to drive up the hill. I mean, I back up it.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those fucking mega chads at the Walmart who just like fucking spin the car around, back it in.
Makes it easier to get back out.
Oh, yeah, I bet you are really handy at home. Oh, wow, look how cool you are. Responsible person.
I do that.
But guess what? You're like, oh, it's real easy for me to get out. Well, as soon as you're trying to get out, I'm going to back right the fuck into you in a panic because I'm going to be the ones that's panicking real fucking hard when shit hits the fan. So you're still not going to be able to get out easy. Checkmate.
You win. I got nothing.
It's like the old conversation of it doesn't matter how good of a driver you are. Ultimately, collisions are up to how bad everybody else drives.
That was the big thing when my wife made me go to Winston. I was like, I'm good. 100%. Like it could be the worst roads, sands, like just a sheet of ice. I'm good. But all the people out there being terrible drivers, like get the fuck off the road. If you do not know how to drive on less than perfect conditions, get the fuck. It's like when it rains. Like some of these assholes out here, like hydroplaning, don't know how to operate their vehicle if they were to hydroplane. Get the fuck off the road. Don't be on the road. Because then you do create a unsafe scenario for people that do know how to drive. No matter how good you know how to drive, somebody else can fuck that up for you.
It's not the people that don't know how to drive that's the problem. It's the people that don't know how to drive, but are just cocky as shit, like confident. They think they know how to drive. Those are the worst fucking people. The worst people.
Yeah, there was a job that I was going to, I want to say it was down towards Raleigh, and it was raining like a motherfucker. And I hydroplaned like half the way there. Like it was just puddles on the road. Like I don't know what it is about North Carolina roads. They do not have like a good slope to them that the water runs off. It's just like puddle, 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 puddle. And I hydroplaned like the whole way there. And I was like, this is sketch as fuck. If somebody is in front of me, like they're gonna fuck me up bad. Do you know how to drive when you're hydroplaning?
I just let off the brakes. That's it.
Yeah. And like basically you're just still steering, even though you've lost. You don't overcorrect. You just aim where you're trying to go. But like some people, they'll all of a sudden like turn their wheel, and when you don't have traction and you turn your wheel like that far, once it gets traction, you're gonna fuck up.
Right.
And it's the same thing with snow.
I don't know. That's the thing about my anxiety though, is that like during a super scary situation, I lock the fuck in. So
yeah.
I remember I was working at a box shop in Greensboro, North Carolina. We were on break, and this guy had a Corvette, really nice car. It was his pride and joy. He was just an operator too, so he was paying. Like it's hard to make that. Yeah, it's hard to make that payment. But I don't know what he was doing. He was having a dick measuring contest with one of the young guys. So he gets out there and he's like going to drive and like whip it around and drive back up. And he goes to whip it. This is all I seen because I didn't come up on any part of this conversation. He gets in the car. He's like, "You want to see something?" to the kid. So he drives, he goes down. When he turns all the way, keeps going, slams right into a tree, side of the car, fucks it all up. When I'm telling you, he was sobbing. He drives back up. At first, he was just trying to be like, well, you know what, man? And then, I mean, he starts breaking down. And he's like, "My wife's going to kill me," and all this. Oh my God. And I was just like, man, that is thing I wouldn't do because I would never buy a car that I just don't value vehicles that much. And like, if it gets you to point A, point B, that's a great vehicle.
The only things that I bought that you could even consider flashy, and it's just because you don't need them, is motorcycles. And like, I never bought one that was stupid expensive. I bought the cheapest one I could buy for riding, but that would be like the nicest thing.
I would never do it. I'd paint somebody's vehicle. If I had a motorcycle, I would definitely paint somebody's vehicle.
That's why I sold my crotch rocket, because I was like, I think I got up to like 150 or something like that. And it just got so light. I was like, I'm going to kill myself on this thing. And so within like a couple weeks, I sold it. Because, when I got it, the one guy that I bought it from, he's like, "Yeah, you should come out riding with us." And like, I think within like a month after buying it, he was riding back home and he was tailgating somebody enough that he didn't see that there was a trash bag in the road. And so he hit the trash bag, skidded out, and like he had a tattoo of his daughter's name on his arm. Not anymore.
Gone.
And like just had his whole arm wrapped up. And I was like, man, I don't want to ride with you guys.
Right, yeah.
Because like there was a time where I was coming up, it was before they finished, I think it's 73, that goes like around the north side of Greensboro, like the Beltway or whatever. And I got on, and all of a sudden I got past like I was standing still. And like I always do like 10, 15 over wherever I'm going. But like I got past like I was standing still, and these guys were standing up their crotch rockets, doing a wheelie, like past me like I was standing still. So they had to have been doing like 120, 130 on a wheelie. And I was like, dead.
Do you
like,
know that
instantly dead.
Also, somebody has to see you die. Somebody has to clean you up too. Like you're fucking. I remember, look, and I think I've told the story on the podcast, but there was a guy I went to school with, and I didn't even know he rode motorcycles. But this is 2 years maybe after school is over. You get to be an adult, all that stuff. He was riding his crotch rocket and died on it. So we go to, they're having like a little like memorial thing. I'm pretty much going there just to see friends because I know all my friends. He's a very popular dude. And one of my friends, just wrong place, wrong time, dude. Like he's sitting there and he's just like staring off. And we're all kind of like standing there. There's some people crying and stuff like that. And he was like, he wrecked right in front of the place where I worked at. And their camera caught the whole accident or their camera for the company caught the whole accident on camera. And I was like, damn. And there's like a brief moment of silence. And he goes, "He exploded." And like, there were people that just like, ah! I was like, why? Like, you got to hold that in, buddy. That's the thing you don't say. The fuck.
No, I remember that joke that you told. It was Frank and Mike at a funeral. He died. He died doing what he loved, and you're like, what? Flying through the air,
hurtling through the air at 70 miles an hour, smacking into a telephone pole.
And then his wife was on the phone with him, and she heard his last words. And you're like,
ah. Look, I'm sorry. Y'all be like, get your lawn clippings out of the road so we can go down them 120 miles an hour and fucking slam it to a telephone pole.
Yeah, I mean, it is like there is something to be said about being respectful and all that. But like you're taking your life, like while I was riding motorcycles, like I looked for every pebble, rock, pothole, anything that could cause me to like wreck. And that's the thing is like you have to be super vigilant on that. And yes, if you're doing 120 around a fucking curve that you have no idea what's coming up and there's lawn clippings up there, You made that decision. Nobody else did. Like, yes, would it be respectful for them to blow their grass the other way? I get it, but then when the wind picks up and it blows the fucking grass clippings there anyways? Like, that's your fault.
Grass clippings, 10 times fast, go. Grass clippings. Oh, you can't. Grass clippings. Oh, you cannot do it.
Imagine glass clippings, though. Like, you come around there.
Yeah. I had a couple of fucking glass clippings in my fucking road, and they're mad. They say I caused his death. And it's like, that's fucking crazy. What'd you say?
Glass.
It was glass clippings. Oh, you meant grass? No.
When you clip your glass.
Yeah, when I was out there clipping glass. Why were you clipping glass? Because it's fun. You get to watch it like shatter in a fun way.
These assholes keep coming around my fucking curve at 120 miles an hour while my kid's playing out there.
So I love an unexpected speed bump. I love them. Just because I know there are people that fucking deservingly had that fucking put in there. And now some other dumbass just going to go, fuck something up. I love it.
I don't like the ones that they don't like let you know that they're there. Like, just give me a sign that says that, because going 20 over a speed bump versus going 10 is a totally different experience. And so, like, if it's not painted and there's no signs and like this is a 25, 30 mile an hour zone, like, me hitting that is fucking detrimental. If you just let somebody know, then they can go slower through that area. But there's one over by Scott's neighborhood, and it is like ungodly. And the first time that I ever went through there, because for some reason the maps is like, oh, don't take these main roads. No. Make this cut through that takes 4 times longer. And so I did it one time. I was like, oh, let me try it. And sure enough, in the middle of it, there's speed bumps, but then there's this one that doesn't have any sort of warning at all. And so you're just like, you're like, what the fuck?
I think my favorite thing is there's an intersection, Surrett Drive in High Point, just around that area.
Fucking crazy.
Every time I hit that mall, it's just a good old boys. Never meaning I'm in the air, dude. Yeah, I'm fucking in the fucking air. Every time I forget about it until I'm right up on it. That's what I remember. It's like my body knows. It's like, all right, we're flying. We're flying. It's literally, it feels like it was designed just to fucking make you fly.
See, there's this one spot when you're going into Greensboro on, I guess it turns into Benjamin Parkway. It's Bryan Boulevard, and then it turns into Benjamin Parkway. And then, like, once you're passing what used to be called Acock Street, loved that name.
Yes, great name.
Loved that name. They changed it, though.
Where do you live? At Cock Street.
Well, there was an IHOP down the road on it, and so, like, let's go down to
IHOP on a Cock Street?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
An IHOP on Acock. And so, like, you know, we'd always make the joke.
Yeah, go to IHOP on a cock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. Aww.
But there's this one area where it like passes by this park, and if you take the right-hand lane and you go fast enough, you get that like the pulling sensation like a roller coaster. Every single time I go through there, I'm just like, I have to go like 45, 50, even though it's 35. I just have to get up to that speed so I can. Yeah, loved that.
Every time I hit that fucking, I always forget about it, and then I'm just like, and it does when you do that, it's like time slows down. You feel like you're in the. And he knew. He fucked up. Because a lot of the times, too, is my wife says, I've never been in a car accident that I've caused. Like, I've not been in a car accident with me behind the wheel. There we go. And she'll always be like, you're such a terrible driver. And I'm like, really? Because no accidents, except for like when I was young. Just got my license. Barely tapped a lady. And then she was like, oh, I'm getting paid today. But besides that, I mean, we're 10 years accident free. All right. And I'll be like, because she'll, oh my God, slow down. I hit that bitch. She'll be like, see. She'll start fucking yelling at me and shit.
See, I only had the one, I think I was 18 or 19 years old. I was going to community college, and it was in the morning. And at the road that I'd take a right, there's a right turn arrow. And so we get up to this light. It's red. I stop. I'm behind 2 cars, I think. And I'm driving a stick shift, like Honda Accord, 1990 with like 250,000 miles, like just a hoopty ride. And I think I was like juggling my breakfast and a drink and all this stuff. And so, you know, trying to drive stick while you're doing all this, I should have been paying attention. I get it. But the light turns green and the cars start rolling. And so I look down to like adjust my stereo or put something in the drink holder, and I come to a stop. I was like, what the fuck? The light was green. Like, you don't stop then. Like, you don't pull up and then stop again to make sure no traffic is coming. It's a green fucking arrow. You just drive.
Right.
Like, you have the right of way. The first person went, you go too. And so this lady stops, and it fucked my car up. Like, she had a trailer hitch on the back. It was like a Ford Explorer. And so, like, my whole hood and everything is like all dented in.
Right.
But I didn't even press the gas. I had basically just let out the clutch and was going. And she stopped. And so I get out, and she's like, oh, my husband says I got to call the cops. I was like, no, you don't. Like, there's nothing wrong with your fucking, like, I hit your trailer hitch. There's nothing wrong with your car other than there's like 2 scrapes by your trailer hitch. And she's like, no, I got to call the cops. So then now I'm late for class and everything. And
That was 100% a white woman.
it was.
Yep.
100%. Everybody around there was like, it was a very uppity neighborhood, like near around there. But the craziest thing was she filed an insurance thing and everything for the bumper that supposedly I fucked up. I saw her like 3 months later, same exact light, same exact situation. Bitch did it again. I didn't hit her this time, but I was directly behind her. She pulls up, like the light turns green. It's time to go. And she fucking goes up and stops and then looks and then fucking takes a right and never fixed the little 2 scratches on her.
I mean, I do the same thing though. Like if I am at an intersection and the light just turned green, I still like make
It's
sure.
one thing if you're the first in line and you want to look.
Yeah,
but
if you're like the fucking third in line.
To be the second car in line and the other one's already pulled out and going, it's a green, like it is you are signaled to go. It is not a like get up and then check to make sure that it's clear. It's
the day that my grandpa wrecked my car, Kia Forte that I had, it was almost paid off. It was 2 payments away. So that morning I picked him up because he needed to use the car. So I was going to drive to work. He was going to take it to fucking Raleigh or whatever to get a part for his van. I stop at a red turn signal, okay? And he's like, you can go through this. I was like, no, you can't. It's a red turn signal.
Yeah, you can.
And he was like,
or you're talking left.
Yeah. No, it's
okay.
We're in a turning lane left, and the turn arrow is red. So he was like, I always just went through them because I thought you could go. And I was like, well, why would they put a light here at all if all 3 colors meant you could go? And he was like, oh fuck, that does make sense. And that was the sign to not let him use my goddamn car. And I should have just changed my mind right there. They called me at work. He tried to do a U-turn, and there was a center lane. Like, he tried to do a 3-lane U-turn from the farthest lane onto the next road and got fucking smacked.
Yeah, I was dating a girl. It was the same car that I was driving, but it was the same time in my life. And she was in a Saturn, and she was going up 68 towards High Point, like so from Oak Ridge area to High Point. And some asshole, I think she wasn't in the furthest right lane. There was somebody over there, and they tried to pull a U-turn across 68, which is like fucking 5 lanes. And she was coming and bam, hit him on the side. But it's just like, no, that's not the place to do.
What year that happened?
Like 2007.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, wait. This is like
2006, 2007.
I think this was in 20. Did COVID happen? Yeah, I think it was 2020. Right when COVID happened.
People are so dumb.
My grandpa was a fucking moron. I'm talking about the dumbest man. He was a collector. Didn't collect any of the good stuff. I swear to God, there were so many people. I guarantee you my grandpa in his life had multiple items worth hundreds of thousands of dollars and probably just traded it off to somebody because they were like, look at these Beanie Babies. He used to have bagged coffee-stained Beanie Babies with a price tag of $16,000 on it. Mm-hmm. I walked in his little flea market. I'm like, you think people are coming to a flea market to buy your coffee-stained Beanie Baby for $16,000? And he was like, well, you can look them up.
Every once in a while, like, so my daughter got these boots, but the boots that she wanted at the store had like rhinestones and everything on them, but they didn't make them in her size. So my wife buys this other pair that she can then rhinestone herself, because my wife does that type of stuff. Coming from the pageants and all that, she knows how to rhinestone things. And so my wife's sitting there like rhinestoning the boots, and she's like, aren't you glad I didn't throw these away? I was like, because she's a hoarder. Like she will keep everything. And she's like, but the second I throw it away, I'll need it. And I'm like, that's the hoarder talking inside of you.
Right.
You don't have to keep everything. Like if we needed more rhinestones, we'd just buy some more. She's like, well, they don't sell them to people anymore. I'm like, somebody does. Like,
What are rhinestones?
it's like the fucking Western wear where you see like all like fake diamonds all over. Everything.
Yeah. Okay.
And my wife made like a really fucking cool ass Dolly Parton rhinestone jean jacket. Like she painted on it and then rhinestoned around it. Like she does some really cool shit with it. But I'm just like, we'd buy some off of Amazon. Like we can. These can be replaced.
They
like
don't sell them to regular people now.
You holding on to these does not. But she's done that to me like a couple times over the past few weeks, where she'll find something that she needs. She's like, "It's a good thing that I'm a hoarder." I'm like, "No, it's not."
No. All right, guys, listen. This has been a episode of Mike and Dylan Hate Drama. We love you so much, and during these trying times, remember, love each other. Okay. If you see somebody out on the streets, just love them like they were your brother or a lover. Have sex with them. It's cool. Whatever. Stop all the hate. Stop all the sadness. We'll see you next time.
Later.